Hello Nigerians, this is call for. It's something that we should call the whole Nigeria because this has taken a long time. I remember those days when I was very young. I was in Nigeria going to school, from my primary school to my secondary school. That's how the teachers are. We take work and be flogging somebody as if being the one that that gave birth to that child. Yeah, teachers will be taking cane, slapping a whole student that was born by somebody else. They are not even the parents. We are not doubting that teachers are able to be our parents, because definitely their age and our age, and our parents handing them to us, but that our parents handing them to us does not give them the right to begin to hit us, because so many children have been sick like that. So many children have become scary because of that mud beating on them. They did not grow becoming bold and being scared. And these are people that their parents do not even touch them, because it's hardly you see most parents touching their children because the love of having those children around them, and they do not want any kind of hatred. It's only few parents. But these things are not supposed to be happening at this very time of 2025. I didn't know that Nigeria have not stopped this caning and teachers beating up a child. And the way they will beat them, they will beat them with all kind of hatred. All kind of hatred, as if being, and most of the time when they have quarrel, they quarrel with their husband or their boyfriend, and their boyfriend did not, collaborate in a way, they will come take all the anger on that child. They will come into this thing. And sometimes I remember those days when I was in secondary school, a teacher came into the class, and as the teacher did not even answer us. Our own teacher did not answer us. Sat down and was so angry. And a girl that was called, I won't call her name, that went to say, was just coming in, just went to the bathroom and was coming in. Didn't know that the child was angry, and came in and said hello. That the hello ended with a good slap. The girl fell on the floor. And then this girl was brought to the hospital. That was when the teacher started crying. They started crying, begging for help, and the principal, everybody have to come. And that teacher was, the parents of that child, they didn't agree to why the teacher has to do that. It was a big case because of the power, because of the level of the parents of that child at that time. Because if your parents is not rich or does not have connection, that's the end of it too. You see your child does carry marks and this thing, and the next is only sorry, be telling a child. But why is all this thing happening? Why would a child be beaten? That school need to come out and tell Nigerians, yes, I'm in support with VDM. These things are not supposed to be happening. It's time for all these kind of things. A child will go to school. That was sometimes, I've gone to seeing in Nigeria that sometimes children tell them to go to school, they will refuse to go because they are scared of their teacher who is going to be beating them. Yes, I've seen a child in Nigeria that came when I went to travel there recently, and the child was crying, I don't want to go to that school, I don't want to go there. Why don't you want to go there? Because the whole of the teachers there, they are all beaters. They beat people like mania. They take frustration, they carry their frustration, their anger, come on children. How do you expect that children to learn? When a child is not happy, how does that? The child is not even happy with the school, talk less of learning. The mind is off the school. And most of the school in Nigeria is being paid, because people carry their school children to private schools, not this nursery and primary and private schools. And yet in that private school, and they want to still deal with them with their money pay, Is that how is teacher, when you were going to train for a teaching this thing, did they train you with cane? The person that was training in that school, did they bring cane out? Because I've gone to university, I've gone to school to see where they are training teachers. I've never seen where they put cane down and say, cane, this cane, after I finish, this is your certificate as a cane. They gave you cane, the certificate, take you, so when you use it, and they didn't tell you, there was no subject in the part that said you should cane a child. I've never seen it. It is just their own formulation coming out with that kind of thinking. This is the way you can discipline a child. That's not the way to discipline a child. You can't discipline a child with that, with you hitting up a child, sparing the flesh with a cane, or slapping a child, or beating up a child. It's not the best way to train up a child. It's never the best way. And if you were being beaten that way, will you be able to get to where you are? In this, now come to this 2025, in this Y2K compliance, that this kind of thing is happening. No, I am in agreement with VDM that those people, they need to come and explain to Nigeria and tell, and this will teach as a lesson to other schools not to be doing this, because it's time for all this kind of thing to stop in Nigeria, particularly Africa as a whole, Africa, where they used to cane a child. Sometimes say a child will go out with a normal body, come back with another different body. I've seen a child that goes out with a normal body. It's even in their own primary school. And the child was going home, and it was screaming and going home. What happened? Because the teacher got angry and used his leg and hit the child on his leg. Yeah, because of anger. And boom, that because he was angry. Yeah, you see, he was angry. And this child was having a pain, went home. His parents were not able to fight it. And we were so little then. We have to go home. What to do? I'll have to go and tell my dad. But my dad, because something that is not this is the problem. But somebody have to raise it up in the PTL meeting. Because the person was worried. Why would this thing happen? It's time for parents to begin to come together and begin to go and warn all those teachers, tell them to stop. That if they do all these things to their child, because it's time, because if people do not go to your meeting, go and make a meeting and tell them to stop. That way they will stop, they will be afraid, because I will give them a for warning, telling them that they should, if they try it again, they will be in calamity. It will be serious war between parents and teachers. You know that kind of war, when parents come with anger, what do you think will happen to that teacher? That teacher is a Armageddon running now. Because the parents is coming with all the anger of the beating of the child, with all the anger will become parents, come thinking of how they train the child to get to where it is a fury anger. You that is a teacher did not train the child, so what will you get? You are not hanging to anything, because you are thinking of why did you have to, and that is where they will win you. All these things are bad. It is not something that we should be doing. We should let children be taught in a free and fair environment where they can be happy to learn without being scary or begin to think that, oh, this teacher is going to beat me up, so that they can be able to answer questions. If they did not pass the question, it's not a way to teach, to beat them. It's a way to, you have to find a way of letting them know that they need to go and study. If not so, they will fail. It's just mere talking. You can talk and talk somebody off. Like if you go to a counselor does he slap you to say you must listen? A counselor will talk you out of it. It's just talking out. And the more you talk, the more people listen. So I am in support of VDM that school need to come and explain why they have to deal with their child in that way. I need you guys to watch the video and see what a teacher did to a child, did to a student in the school, which is not really good to me. I want you guys to watch and see. What do you think? I'll see you. I'm always your boy, Jimmy White. I do not forget that I'm having to do a giveaway, which I'm told you that when a desk is all right, we'll do the giveaway. But for now, she's still not all right. So I'm waiting for her to come up, because it's not something I should do alone. It's something that is a partner we're doing. So we are still coming up with it. So please, if you are still they hope for it, because it's coming soon, ASP, very soon we'll be doing it. And I'm going to give you exact time, and that time will not be long. Anyway, I'm going to do it. Thank you very much for everything. See you, ASP, and
Alright, so this very disturbing video happened in a school called Christ Method School in Ikorodu around Agric Isawo Road, Olainuka. The name of the teacher is allegedly Stella Unwadigo, and the name of the child is Abayomi Michael. Now, to the owners of Christ Method School, I want to believe that you have seen this video. So you have just 24 hours to tell us why that teacher did that thing to that child. You have just 24 hours. Else, I've never been to Ikorodu in my life, but I will take a flight straight to that school and I will come in crowds for you to explain. And I will expect Nigerians to take a good look at this case so that things like this will stop. Now imagine, see the way she slapped the child. Imagine if that child fell down and maybe, God forbid, happened. They will now have to cook up a story that he was playing and that was how he fell down. Or he ate something, that's how he fell down. And that's the end of the story. Because their body no fit come back again. And this is how a lot of children go back home sick. When the person go carry picking come school, when I will start to maltreat them like say they be slaves. How dare you struck a child like this? Is that how you teach a child? Do you think the boy will be able to learn in this condition when the boy is scared? When scared, fear has filled his mind. How would he learn when the environment is scared of the environment of learning? How would he learn? See the way you slap the child. Would you let them slap your own child like that? Even you, if they slap you like that, would you be okay? The owners of Christ Method School, 24 hours. 24 hours. You will tell us why that teacher hits that child like that. You tell us in 24 hours why that teacher hit like that child like that. A lot of parents, children will come back from school. Now then we start to treat children of ear problem. Begin to say they pay me, and a lot of children cannot even talk. Because of how these teachers are. Is this fair? And for that person that is recording, for that person to carry that phone and record at that time, it means it is not the first time that this woman is doing that thing. It means it's not the first, it's not the second. It even look as if it's another teacher that did it. And look at the guy that was by the side. The guy did not even bother to look because obviously that woman does something like that always. This woman needs to be brought to book. Why would you do a child like that? Why would you do a child like that as a helpless boy? How dare you struck the child like that? In 2025? In 2025? Who still hits kids in school in 2020? Even their parents don't do that. Let alone you that did not give birth to the child. Because you are a teacher and you struck the child like that as if he's an adult. Even you as an adult. If they slap you like that, would you be okay? The owners of Christ Method School, you have just 24 hours. Me are ready to march. I go march, come there, Ikorodu now. I never go there for my life. I just say far, but I go march, come there, and I go march with crowd. Nigerians, we cannot overlook this case. We cannot overlook this character because a lot of you have your kids in different private schools. Things like this need to stop. The teachers need to know that there's penalty for things like this so that they'll be scared not to even try it. Christ Method School, 24 hours, presents, I'll give us reason why that teacher struck that child like that. Is that part of your policy? Is that what your school is all about? So that we will know that that's the policy of your school. And it cannot even be a policy of a school. You have just 24 hours, and you people will learn, and you will learn the hard way. This one will not go be like all those Sylvester and all those other children where we say they don't buy for school. No, it won't be. You will learn.